course, saw the end result.
The warning process went pretty well between Jim and David and the National Weather Service and the Army that we had out there. The warning process was a real flurry of tornadoes down there in the South Metro. And then
went up to Newcastle. There was another one that was up in here that went through El Reno.
I could watch what Chuck was shooting. I was talking. I was looking up.
Went Guthrie, which is longer.
So I was watching it flutter down to make sure that it wasn't fluttering our way,
right,
and stuff. But you know, you never get where you really appreciate the power of these things. You think you've seen everything that you can see, and then you see what we saw today.
Heard that.
It just grinds through there, and you know, it's cutting ditches in the ground, and trees are up, and you know, like I said earlier in my reports, you know, we get a lot of criticism from, you know, the helicopter community about what we do a lot of times, because most times storms are coming in, everybody's putting their helicopters up, you know, and we're actually pulling them out, and we're chasing.
And here's your family right here. They're waving in right here.
Well, you know, I wasn't sure what was happening, because I just remember looking over before Chuck got the camera on it. The woman was waving her arms. She was running across. You see that slab there, which used to be their home, and she's running across the slab.
Almost looks like this truck is on this girl.
Oh my gosh, you know, and there was a large family, and you know, and you know,
you don't know really what to expect right now.
Well, right, you know, and if you have kids, if you have small kids, you know, I got a 10-year-old son, and you know, you gotta be thinking what is going through those people's minds. And for me, at that moment, not to set the helicopter down and to check on those people,
that would just feel wrong.
It'd be wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it would. No matter what you have to do, you know, people say, well, you got to keep doing your job. Well, no. Sometimes you have to do the human thing and go in there and land and check on those people, because they could have had a young child laying there in debris, and you know, they're frantic. You know, the home's gone. They're disoriented. You know, they're not sure what's going. You know, what just happened. And you know, they had a child laying there. You know, and it'd been no telling how long it'd been before somebody went and checked on them.
So there you were landing right next to their house.
So I landed right next to the house and run over and talked to the gentleman a long time, and he explained what happened and everything. They got in their, you know, storm shelter, and his wife sustained a pretty good gash on her head, but it was cut and bruised, and everybody was safe. And that just solidifies what we do. That hey, we get out here and we give early warning. You know, like when I talk to schools and stuff, I tell people, and I talk to, you know, Lions clubs and stuff, and I tell them, you know, you're showing radar, you're seeing colors, you know, and everything, but until you can pop up a live picture of what that tornado is doing, that's when it strikes home and tells people, you know what, I need to get out, or I need to get in my safe spot.
It completes the picture.
And it completes the picture. And unfortunately, you know, Joplin, Missouri, they didn't have that. You know, and they're still, you know, I ain't sure if they've still, you know, figured out how many lives they've actually lost. But when you can see that, and you can see it grinding across the ground, like you said, and your description was perfect. It was a grinder, because it was just grinding everything up in its path. And you know, it's time. Look at the power flashes off that, and that's, you know, people just got to, you know, you'd be crazy to stand there and say, hey, well, I'm gonna stay in my house. You know, so
I think a lot of people left their homes today.
A lot of people left their homes. Well, you know, it's always sad when you lose human life. I mean, it's very sad. But after, hopefully, the people watching saw the devastation today from this tornado, and then just the footage of the tornado through El Reno and all through there, David Payne on, you know, and thank God to David Payne that he was able to get in there and actually see that tornado tracking and stay with it. You know,
and you're referring to the El Reno tornado now, where this was gold, because it was so low and large.
Right.
It was, and you could see it. You could see it coming in and out of the. And Chuck Musgrove here is live as well. You could see it coming in and out of the haze, but it was so low.
Right.
Look at the Joplin video.
That's a house.
So low and so by the juice that those things are feeding off of. They're difficult to see.
Right.
So you could see it every now and then, but the El Reno tornado was very difficult to see from the helicopter. Whereas this one had a little bit better visibility.
Right, and we're dealing
barn.
with, you know, heavy rains, wind, you know, and it's bucking the helicopter, and it's trying to, you know, and you're not quite sure because you can't see it, and it's so massive, you know, and you know, you got to try to stay safe also and do your job, and luckily everything came together today, but.
Jim,
yeah, I'm just kind of, you know.
I don't mean much by this, but it's just the curiosity. We looked at your damage video, and you know, when Steve Johnson and you came up on the destroyed neighborhoods in Del Air back on May 3rd of 1999.
Right.
we would certainly estimate by what we have seen, what you've been showing us, the damage is comparable in terms of destructive power.
Oh, yeah. I mean, where we really dodged the bullet on this, Mike, is it did not go through, heavy populated areas. If this would have came, we were just talking about flying in. If it would have went like through Morgan or really packed, like the one up by Mercy Hospital, we thought we may have. If it went through, the golf course there, Gaylordy, and it'd be gone. I mean, it'd be gone, because that tornado out there at El Reno that tracked through Piedmont stuff, like I said, there was one point, it looked like over a mile wide. I mean, so what do you do?
Well, Jim, Chuck Musgrove, great job today. The warning process did work well for everybody involved here at the television station and people that were out there affected by this. We hope everybody got the message. Back in!
Campus, enjoying just being safe in their safe spot there, enjoying the music from a live band, but staying safe.